The delicious but niche world of stuffed pastas is dominated by two giants.
Tortellini and ravioli.
Tortellini and ravioli.
They are two amazing plates of pasta.
Good pasta, no doubt about that, but there is definitely more out there than just tortellini and ravioli when it comes to stuffed pasta, and that's what I've asked Ava to show us here today.
So today I'm going to cook 3 kinds of stuffed pasta that I bet very few of you have heard of, and all the 3 they are very, very good. The first one comes from the land of the stuffed pasta, which means Emilia-Romagna. I'm going to use very basic ingredients, which means 00 flour and eggs. I'm using 200 grams of 00 flour and 2 eggs.
So this is just your normal basic egg fresh pasta dough, right?
Yes, this is the basic egg fresh pasta that they do in Emilia-Romagna, or more or less in all over Italy. Pasta dough, we need to let it rest at least 30 minutes, and in the meantime we can make the filling.
Do you want to explain what you have here?
The main ingredients of our filling, which is ricotta cheese. And this is the way in which our very good friend Giovanni, when I call him to deliver the ricotta, he delivers ricotta to me.
We have a whole video showing how he, or really his wife Roxy, makes the ricotta. We'll put a link up here.
We're going to add some Parmigiano Reggiano, black pepper, a pinch of nutmeg, some lemon zest. I'm going to add also some eggs, but because I'm doing this just for me and for Harper, I don't need a whole egg. So what I'm going to do is beating it and use a little bit salt, and we can mix all together. And now we need to roll our pasta.
Usually with stuffed pasta, I feel like you use a pasta machine.
But not with this one. As you can see, the pasta is thin, and it's very, very important that all the pasta has the same, how do you say?
Thickness.
Thickness. Because otherwise, a part will cook before, a part will cook later. So what we need to do, the first thing is actually like do something like that. We got this. We got also this. We can cut this because we don't need.
So you're just trying to square it off?
Yes, a little bit. We're going to take our stuffing and just place here.
Oh, you just spread it over everything?
Yes. This is a stuffed pasta, also for people who doesn't know how to make stuffed pasta.
Yeah, because I was expecting you to do like ravioli where you're putting like individual spoonfuls of stuffing.
We close it. And now we cut. Now, after we make our strips, we need to go like that.
The opposite
to make
direction?
Small squared. Traditionally, this kind of stuffed pasta is served with broth. this is a simple vegetable broth that I make this morning. I use just onion, potatoes, tomatoes, celery, carrots, and a zucchini. I put a little bit of salt, a little bit of olive oil, and I let it cook for about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. To cook the pasta and the broth, the only thing that you need to do is bring the broth to a boil, then as it was like the normal water, put the pasta and cook the pasta for about 3-4 minutes and then it's done.
It's been a long time since I've had a stuffed pasta in broth. I guess the only one I've ever had is tortellini. Yeah.
So this pasta comes from Emilia-Romagna, exactly from Romagna. The name of this pasta is sfoglia lorda. Sfoglia means actually the pasta dough, the sfoglia. Lorda means dirty because it's just...
yeah, it wasn't a lot of stuffing. It's just like a very thin layer.
A very thin layer that makes the pasta dough dirty. And it was born as a sort of reuse the leftover stuffing of other kind of stuffed pasta. When you don't have too much to do, I don't know, more tortellini, more ravioli or whatever, they thought to make this sheet of pasta, put a little bit and then close and put in broth. So we need to try how it is.
Let's try this, yeah. Buon appetito. Ooh.
Because this is one of the best pasta with broth that you ever had in your life.
I maybe might like that more than tortellini in broth, frankly. It's really good. I like it because, I'm trying to think how to explain this. It is a stuffed pasta.
But you don't feel too much the stuffing.
Yeah, it's not like tortellini or ravioli where it's clearly a pocket containing stuffing. This is more like interesting because it feels like normal pasta, but that kind of really thick, toothy, really good fresh pasta with like a cheesy sauce, because that's essentially what the stuffing is, but also cooked in broth. Do you know what I mean? It's like sort of this impossible contradiction.
So you are explaining sfoglia lorda.
See, it's really good.
It's very good. This is the traditional way to make it, to serve with the broth, but you can do it also, as we say in Italy, asciutto, which means dry. So like with butter and sage, with a Parmigiano fondue, with also a little bit of tomato sauce.
I would encourage people to try the broth. I know that like pasta and broth, it's not the most, I don't know, it's not the most flashy dish, but then when you actually sit and eat it, you're like, man, but this is good.
In a very cold winter day, a very good broth, a simple broth with this kind of pasta makes a day feel better.
It's like soul food. It's like, you know,
It's very, very good.
Here's what ails you. For the next stuffed pasta, I do have a request, and it's a stuffed pasta that I had never heard of, and I think most people probably haven't, but you introduced it to me in Liguria when we were in Genova. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, Harper. It's not that in Liguria they have a lot of stuffed pasta.
So unlike the sfoglia lorda, this does not look like your average basic egg fresh pasta dough.
No, because this pasta dough is made in a slightly different way. We start always with the flour, 200 grams of 00 flour. Because this is a pasta dough that doesn't require a lot of egg, I'm going to use the one that I used before for the stuffing of the first stuffed pasta. I'm adding this secret ingredient that is wine.
Ooh, wine pasta.
Wine pasta. And we can start to mix. And a little bit at a time, we can add some water. I suggest you to add a little bit at a time because we don't know how much water we will need.
I assume you're just trying to reach the same consistency of normal egg fresh pasta.
But with these other ingredients. now it's time to make the stuffing. Here I have a mix of spinach and chicory. In Liguria, where this dish is from, they use the wild greens that they can find in Liguria. I know that it's impossible to find the same greens outside of that region, so a good combination can be spinach and chicory. You can use also dandelion, a little bit of escarole. If you don't find the spinach, you can use also some Swiss chard. Important is that it's a mix of sweet greens and a little bit more bitter greens. I just saute them in a pan until they are, as you can see, cooked and tender. You need to cut them not very, how do you say, thin, small, but just a little bit. I'm going to use ricotta. Traditionally, they use a cheese that you can find just in Genoa. It's a fresh cheese, and also the name is pretty difficult to pronounce. It's called like Prescenzosa, something like that. But it's impossible to find outside of Genoa. So also people from Genoa tell you, okay, if you don't have, use the ricotta. We're going to add some Parmigiano Reggiano, black pepper, a pinch of nutmeg, and I'm going to add some egg. Don't forget a pinch of salt, and a little bit of marjoram, and we can mix all together. In this case, we need to use the pasta machine because we want, how do you say, an even and precise thickness to all our pasta. This pasta is not small like a tortellino, but is a pretty big stuffed pasta. So what we are going to do is actually a big square. We cut the pasta in a big square. You place a little bit of stuffing in the middle. Then you close like that, like a triangle. You take all the air out. You close like that. And you have your pansotti. This pasta is served with this sauce. This is called salsa di noci and it is a walnut pesto. It's very easy to make. We already made in one of our videos and Harper will put a link up here. And it's made with walnuts, bread, milk, a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano, olive oil, garlic, salt and marjoram. It's very easy to be made or in a mortar and pestle if you want to go 100% traditional, or also in a blender. Like every pesto, it doesn't need to be cooked, which means we will put some in a bowl and then we will, how do you say, thin it with a little bit of pasta water. We will cook them for about 3-4 minutes because at the end is egg fresh pasta. egg, wine, and water fresh pasta.
I have been waiting for the day when you make this dish on the channel. It is finally here. As you said earlier, you have made the salsa di noci on the channel before, but not the complete dish, which is?
Pansotti con salsa di noci. Now, pansotti is the stuffed pasta traditionally from Genoa. In Genoa, you find the shape, different version of the shape. So I went for one of the most classical, but you can find also them smaller, cut in just in triangle, like half moon.
Yeah. So if the tortellini shape intimidates you, you could even stop, like if you saw Eva when she first folds them in half into a triangle, you can essentially do that. Yeah. But it's always fun doing the tortellini. Yeah.
So we need to see how it tastes.
Yes.
Buon appetito.
Everyone knows Genoa for the basil pesto. More people should know it for this.
Not just for this, for a lot of other things.
For a lot of other things,
But
yes.
this is one of those things.
This is one that really more people should know about.
Also the chicory in the stuffing makes this pasta different from all the other stuffed pasta like ricotta e spinaci.
Yeah, it's got more of that
good.
bitter flavor on the inside, and then it just works so well with the salsa di noci. Gosh, if you just haven't had it, it is just so creamy and rich and delicious. It's truly one of the best things, and you can make it in just like a couple minutes in a blender.
Absolutely, and then you can use with the pasta, but you can use also una bruschetta.
Yeah, you can do lots of things with
Because
it.
it's very, very good. But also if you don't want to do the pansotti, the stuffed pasta, also with a plate of penne. Is amazing.
But do try making the pansotti. Yes, you can do this with penne, but...
But here you have the full experience.
And it's a very full experience. It's funny because it's like, it's so similar in shape to a tortellini, or what's the singular, tortellino?
Yes.
Tortellino?
Tortellini.
So it's very similar in shape to a tortellino, but it's kind of like a bigger tortellino. I've never seen anything like that.
And wait a moment, Harper, because I have the last stuffed pasta to show you.
Is this spinach?
Those are spinach.
Is this recipe from Bologna?
Because this recipe is from Bologna.
I feel like you're about to make a lasagna alla bolognese, but I know that's not the case.
No, I'm not going to make a lasagna alla bolognese, but I'm going to make a stuffed pasta that is a green pasta.
Okay, now it's really a recipe from Bologna.
Because in the stuffing is used some mortadella. Do you have anything against mortadella?
Absolutely not.
Who can have something against mortadella? It's one of those treasures of Italy. You can't understand the smell of the mortadella here now. So we are going to use mortadella, ricotta, parmigiano reggiano, a little bit of spinach, nutmeg, black pepper and some eggs.
If there's one takeaway people should get from this video is that if you're making stuffed pasta, you need to add nutmeg.
Actually, yes, you're right. The process of shaping this pasta is the same of pansotti, which means that we will use our pasta machine, we will do the same shape, and they will resemble a big tortellini. several ways in which you can season this kind of pasta. I choose the most basic one, which means just some melted butter and some Parmigiano. But you can do also butter, sage, and Parmigiano. You can do a cheese fondue. You can do a little bit of tomato sauce. I go absolutely basic. So Harper, in front of you have one of the most modern, traditional stuffed pasta. This is from Bologna. It was invented during the 90s.
Okay.
So it's very, very modern. And it's called balanzoni. You should know that balanzone is the doctor, the mask from Bologna. Do you remember?
Oh, like the carnival mask?
The carnival mask of Bologna.
Oh.
So because it's big and it has inside all the Bologna, how do you say, Bologna ingredients, like the green pasta, the mortadella, the stuffing in the shape of tortellini, they decided to call it balanzone in honor of the mask.
I'm probably not even gonna try to explain the masks and the carnival thing and everything. Every city has its own mask. That's all you need to know. So this is Bologna
Balanzone.
naming it after its like mascot,
Yes.
sort of.
So now, Harper, we need to try to see how this balanzone tastes.
Okay.
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.
They taste good like Bologna.
I was literally about to say, that tastes like Bologna.
They taste good like Bologna. It's Bologna in a bite.
It is, it really is.
It's the nutmeg, the spinach, the ricotta,
The mortadella.
mortadella, the Parmigiano. It's Bologna in a bite. Nothing
It actually
more,
is.
nothing less than the wonderful Bologna in a bite.
I thought the name was kind of a joke, but no, that really is.
No.
That very much sums up the tastes of Bologna. And they are good tastes.
The spoglia lorda is an amazing pasta with broth.
Yeah.
It's like if you decide to eat the broth, do the spoglia lorda. The pansotti, they have their own taste, very good, and also the pair with the bitter greens and the salsa di noci works perfect. But Bologna,
I was not expecting this to be my favorite of the day, but
Bologna
I
is the
think
master
it is. Yeah,
of
I mean,
the stuffed pasta.
they know what they're doing when it comes to that sort of thing. This is absolutely fantastic. I honestly was skeptical of this coming from the pansotti with the salsa di noci, which I love so much. It's such a rich, amazing sauce. This like looks like nothing in comparison, and it is.
it's an explosion of amazing flavor.
It's just fantastic. What a wonderful city. They call it Fat Bologna for a reason.
Maybe there is a reason why Bologna is called the fat.
All right, yep, yeah. It's not every day you get this. Although it could be every day that you get this because now you know how to make it.
And then you can do like we do. We did a bunch of them. We freeze them.
Our freezer is full actually of all three of the pasta you made today.
And next time we want some very good stuffed pasta, we freeze and we have.
Well done. 3 stuffed
you.
pastas in one day. That's not easy.
Harper. Thank you, Harper. Did you enjoy?
I did very much so.
Me too.
Very much
Actually,
so.
me too.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you learned about some new stuffed pastas today. We hope that you'll try them. If you do try any of them, tag us in a picture on Instagram or Facebook at Pastagrammar, like this Pastagrammarian, Anne, who made some amazing looking arancini.
I think that everyone knows what arancini are, so we don't need to explain.
But not everyone has had your arancini recipe.
Which actually, Harper, you can find in our book, The Italian Family Kitchen.
You can. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Ciao.